Hi, welcome to ManTown, everybody. Today we're going to make a couple of things. We're going to start with beer battered onion rings. And to start with that, we have a large yellow onion. We have our beer, a little baking powder, 2 large eggs.
Cut.
What's that?
It's a Vidalia onion.
A Vidalia onion is a
Phil,
sweet onion. It's a yellow onion.
The little f***ing computer, when you scanned the thing, came on and said, move your Vidalia onion to the belt. So it's a f***ing Vidalia.
1 large Vidalia onion. How about the big? Anything to say about this? Where were we? We've got 3 eggs. We're going to use the whites from the eggs, a cup and a half all-purpose flour, and a pinch of baking powder. That's all we need. So to start off, we'll slice our onion, obviously. Cut off the ends, use a sharp knife. Very simple. Take it, you're going to peel the outside. So with these, you want to do nice thick onion rings. So I'd say probably about a 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. We're all men, so we can do that by eye, right? Some of these Vidalia onions are tough to peel. All right, get rid of that. I'll do our slices. You got a steady hand, do it like this. If not, use a mandolin. You get one for 40, 50 bucks at Target. Oh, you gotta take your onion, stick it aside. So now we're gonna make our beer batter. To strengthen our beer batter, we are going to use egg whites. So take your eggs, and you gotta separate the whites from the yolk. You can do it like this in the shell. You can do it in your hand. If you're good, throw the yolk out. You don't want any yolk in the egg whites when you're doing it because it's going to make it a little tougher to bring the egg whites to a stiff peak, which is what you want. You're almost making a meringue. I'm going to take very clean metal bowl or a glass bowl will work. Clean utensils. You're going to whip the bejesus out of them. We're trying to whip this so it has a stiff peak. You can see it's starting to ribbon, they call that. And if you're making a meringue, it's the same type of thing that you're going to do. Something like key lime pie, something like that. So you're going to take it, you see now it's kind of holding itself. Yeah. Alright, so that's good. Let that sit. Alright, so we can get rid of this. And we're going to move on to make our batter. We'll take our glass bowl, pour in your flour. We're going to open our ManTown Oktoberfest beer with our ManTown beer opener.
Hey!
Let's see that beer opener.
There you go.
Look at that.
Now we're going to incorporate our beer into our flour. Very simple. Just pour the beer into the flour, kind of whisk it slowly as you're doing it. You don't necessarily have to use the whole beer.
What kind of beer is that, Phil?
Oktoberfest. This is the Oktoberfest beer. So once you incorporate the flour, you don't want it too loose or too thick. It should actually coat the back of a spoon, your finger. So don't worry about the lumps so much. You just want to kind of get it incorporated. If it's a little lumpy, it's not a big deal. It's going to cook out when you cook the onion rings in the oil. Alright, so that looks good. See how it coats my finger? Perfect. Alright, so now we have got our beer batter to the right consistency with the beer. We're going to incorporate our egg whites. So we're going to do it in thirds. So kind of take it, add it, whip it. And you're not going to do it hard, you're going to fold it in. So you just kind of get it till it's a little incorporated. You can even use a spatula to do this, it might be a little bit easier. This is going to help to give the batter a nice, make it rise and pop when it's cooking.
Rise
so
and pop.
A pinch of baking powder, and that's also going to make the batter pop and rise, exactly.
So it makes the onion ring stand up. Now, would it do the same effect on a man's penis?
Oh, probably not.
And at our age, everyone's using fucking Niagara and what do you call that other stuff? All that stuff that fucking. You know what that stuff is?
Yeah,
why do you know what that is?
Every other freaking check. You guys don't know what they're doing anymore. Between the T-Cons and the commercials, you don't know what the hell to do. So now we're good with that. We're gonna put gonna use oil, but not extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna use canola oil here. It's got a higher smoke point. That way it doesn't burn. It doesn't burn your oil, and it doesn't burn your onion rings. So you're gonna do enough I mean, with a pan like this, I'm going to try to get a nice layer on the bottom way the onion ring can actually almost be submerged.
Now, if somebody had a deep fryer, one of those basket
Yeah,
deep
that
fryers.
works. That's perfect.
Question though,
Yeah.
should you try to put them in a single layer? What if you put them on top? Will it f them up?
You gotta do them one at a time. You drop the. You're not gonna put them in the basket and drop the basket. You're gonna put the basket in and drop the onion rings in.
Into the oil.
Into the oil.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna do it with the basket oil that's gonna stick to everything. They're all gonna stick together. All right. So now we have our oil hot. The oil should be around around 330 to 350. Not too hot of an oil. I'm gonna take our rings. Drop them in. Gonna get a nice coating on them. Give them a little shake. Go right in our oil. Try not to let them stick to each other. Let's give them a little shake. We're gonna looking for a nice golden brown on both sides. So once you get one side going, you know, we're just about there. You're gonna give it a little flip. Be gentle with them. Probably about maybe couple minutes on each side. Use your judgment. We're gonna add to our Oktoberfest beer battered onion ring batter our red hot habanero ManTown sauce. This is gonna add a little spice to the batter.
Everything on the effing chef. We add a little zinger to it. Everything is rated by the F. So we're gonna kick this up a couple of Fs by putting how much, Brian?
About maybe a tablespoon or two.
He says a couple tablespoons, but if you really want to F it up a little bit and man it up, I say if you got about a cup of batter, throw yourself in a nice little quarter cup of ManTownUSA red habanero hot sauce, available online. Now that's one recipe for beer battered onion rings that is ManTown approved.
That'll get you laid.